CJ Hurts. The first hour of the experience is brought to you by Lads for your zero-turn mower and golf car needs. Now, here are your hosts, Peter and CJ.
Hey! Oh, man, my throat is hurting today.
Good. Maybe you'll be quiet.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd bet on that, but you got your best chance at it today. You wanna run roughshod over me? Today's a good day to do it.
All right.
I'm not 100%. I'm like 70%. You do what? No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, you back like I owe my rent.
Not at all. Not at all. Welcome to the program. Hi, hello, everybody. My name is Peter. That's CJ. Maximilian Vincent, a.k.a. 2%, a.k.a. Maximum Security, a.k.a. Maximum Overdrive, a.k.a. Maximum Voltage on the other side of the glass, taking care of each and every one of you and an integral part of what we do here on the Experience of the Family Leisure Studios. They call it studios because it's two studios. That means we combine the two studios, the one where Max is and the one where we are, doing our thing. Lots of fun stuff, and CJ's waving around on Facebook.
I don't see myself on the Facebook.
Well, where are you?
I don't.
Do you see me?
Yeah, you're here.
Am I right where I need to be?
Yes, you are perfect. You are in the perfect spot.
Pow.
Like I am. Like I don't.
You know, you can move the camera as opposed to moving yourself. That's probably
that
easier.
would be cool.
That's probably easier. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
I mean, where am I? Am I a ghost? Am I blending in with the background?
Kind of. Well, you got that gray shirt with the gray background. It's kind of
my Indie Memphis shirt.
Yeah,
Indie Memphis. Yeah. My favorite.
One of your sponsors?
No, my favorite festival. I wish.
Your favorite festival?
Yeah, the movie festival. My favorite festival. It's festival season. Indie Memphis pops off in like November though, so outside of the allotted time for the CJ Hurts self-proclaimed Memphis festival season, which starts with Africa in April and then ends sometime in August or September. But
Antarctica in August.
Yep, that one right there, which is a fun festival.
That's a fun festival.
Penguin meat for everybody.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
But yeah, this is the one that I like the most.
Well, that's good to know. That's important, and that you can see that shirt and other things if you want to go on Facebook and check it out. We've not.
Are you wearing a barbecue fest? Is it festival T-shirt day?
No, this is a Rendezvous on the Range. This is what some of the folks over there did for the golf tournament last year. I'm wearing this because this was Tuesday of last year is when I got this shirt. This would have been golf tournament week.
Oh,
so we would have been over at FedEx or at TBC Southwind this week,
right,
with the FedEx AG Classic. But obviously, things have changed, and rightly so, and it's good. I mean, that's the change. Things have changed for the better. It's a much better thing. But we would have been over there so 1 year ago today is when I got the shirt. Rendezvous on the Range. It was very good. I had delicious food over there, and big thanks to Ron Wong and the folks over there grilling and making it happen. So I figured I'd honor them by wearing the shirt. Today on the show, we got a busy one for you today. Coming up 8:30, we're going to talk a little MLB draft and what's next for Maurice Hampton. What's next for a lot of these guys with Tyler Springs, who is the voice of the Jackson minor league franchise, also who is a big part of
Jackson Generals, baby.
Jackson Generals, that's right. I forgot I was like the Cubs. No, they're not the Cubs. I forgot what they were. But Tyler's up there doing his thing and doing a great job. And also Tyler still does some work with the Grizzlies and is around here on top of that. So he's going to join us at 8:30. We'll talk about that. It does look like Maurice Hampton is going to end up at LSU after all, but we'll discuss that here momentarily. 9:30, I'm looking forward to talking with our man Evan Barnes. And there's already been some pre-talk and some smack talk that's happened. I don't appreciate any of it. You guys think you know everything about music, and you don't. And it's sad to me. So they've been sending texts back and forth talking about my taste in music, and then like it's just a bunch of trash talk. It's ridiculous. I saw it.
You better come with it this week on Soft Rock Tuesday, Max. Come with it because Evan Barnes is listening, and he's here for all the music smoke. He wants it all.
I mean, That's fine. Again, it's fine. It's just that Soft Rock Tuesday is a classic. It's the most requested. It's a staple. It's a staple of our young program. It's a staple. People love it, and so to even like come at it is blasphemous. Like, what are you doing?
He just wants you guys to play better soft rock music. Like I said, come with the A stuff, Max. Show them why you got the name 2%. Show them why you got that name.
I'm gonna give you a little playlist. I'm gonna give you a little something. I'll give you some extra special soft rock.
Make it funky, man.
Soft rock. We make soft rock really funky. Yeah, okay. It's not.
When do we make soft rock?
I mean, there could be a little. I don't know. It depends. There's some songs that maybe could cross over that might be funky, but it's usually funky is too upbeat for soft rock. The soft part knocks the funky part out.
Sad news. Oh, before we finish this funky conversation,
I was going. Well,
they can't see. They're not going to see me today on the Facebook.
What's happening? Is the camera messed up?
We're having technical difficulties on this particular camera.
Oh.
Now, I think we should switch seats because I am the better looking of the two of us. And so I should
switch the camera. Like this, look.
Oh, look at you. You're so smart.
Right there. There you go.
You're genius,
now
man.
People can see you and they can't see me. I'd rather them see you anyway. That works out great.
So soft rock, funky, not really funky.
Yeah. We'll get into that with Evan coming up. But Evan, there's some big news on the Tiger football front. Not only from a scheduling standpoint, where the Tigers announced yesterday a 2-for-1 with Arkansas starting in 2025. That'll get the Liberty Bowl in 2025, and then 2026 and 2028 up in Fayetteville to catch the other two of those. Then on top of that, late last night, the Tigers got a transfer from Kalen Granberry, a running back out of Raleigh, Egypt, who's a junior college, who ends up coming to University of Memphis. And Kalen Granberry, I think it was a great issue coming out of high school. He was really, really good. And I remember when working, and calling games for Harding, as I've done the last few years, I've called a couple of his games, All-Star game too, I think he was in. And he's a spectacular player. So very excited to see how he's done. Apparently he'd done very well at the junior college level last year, and he had good size, had great agility, had some change of pace. I remember him stiff-arming one Harding defender just down to the ground and running right past him. And then trucked another guy. So he's good. He's good. Very good. He's jumping into the mix, adding to the Tiger football team. So we'll talk to Evan about that coming up at 9:30. You can get in with us, as folks already have requests coming in on Soft Rock Tuesday. 67129 on the First Bank text line. 67129 on that First Bank text line. You can also call in as well. 2% is going to open up those phone lines for you. 360-8255 on the phone lines. You want to get in, that's the way to do it. Last night, there was no basketball to speak of, but there was the MLB draft. I know you were excited about that.
Very.
Who doesn't love a good draft? I love draft. I'm a fan of drafts just in general. So yeah, the MLB draft. The kid from Oregon State was drafted number 1. Kid that was over the weekend, they walked him with the bases loaded. He got the Barry Bonds treatment in the College World Series. Adley Rutschman goes to the Baltimore Orioles first overall. He's apparently very good at baseball, which is what makes him a number 1 overall prospect.
Oh, really? I did not know there was a correlation to being between those two things, being a number 1 overall draft pick and being good at the sport that you're drafted number 1 overall in.
Well, I mean, here's some of the tricky part is that he's actually considered to be the best of this group of people, which is why they drafted him first.
Oh,
so that's they figured that was why they would take him in that position.
Wow.
Then we had we were kind of wondering about what's going to happen with Maurice Hampton and his situation. Is he going to end up being drafted first, and that means that he's going to go play over at skip out on the college deal and go up and all that, and that is not going to be the case at all. He was not taken in the first round, and so that means that he's going to go. And he tweeted out last night about 10:30 or 11 o'clock or so. He said, "I'm headed to Baton Rouge," and so there you go. He's headed to Baton Rouge. In fact, as I look through the draft, I don't think he ever got picked Did he get picked? Did I miss it?
I think what ended up happening, he was in talks with some people, and they're like, yo, we'll take you, and this is what we're going to offer you.
Right.
We're going to offer you, I think the number was like 1.8 million, and that was well under what the family had set the number at for him to forego college and go play baseball. And once teams got word that he wasn't just going to come and play baseball for that amount, they were like, yeah, we can just avoid drafting him. He's got other options, so let him explore those.
See, that's the thing is that I really don't. The baseball draft is weird like that because you have to take signability into the factor. You can actually discuss like the whole thing with like, can we sign you? What are you going to do? All that. You can have those discussions before you draft a player. That stuff doesn't happen in the other leagues. Really, you don't have to worry about that. But you do in baseball, so that it changes the nature of the draft. He is not drafted. Also, last night in the hockey, the Blues even up the series 2 games apiece with a win in Game 4-2 up in St. Louis. First time they've won a game in St. Louis in the Stanley Cup Finals. Never happened before. Also, the dude on Jeopardy lost.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jam Holzhauer lost it.
Good written.
Last night or yesterday afternoon or yesterday morning or whenever it aired.
They had spoiled.
Oh yeah, it was
on Twitter. Everybody knew on Twitter that he wasn't going to win.
Yeah. Emma Betcher.
Emma B is what I call her.
Betcher gonna lose.
Fantastic librarian.
A user experience librarian is what they call it. What does that mean?
She uses her experience to library.
I don't think that's what that means at all. She's important. She's helping your experience in the library. I've never heard that term before.
I like the user experience librarian though. And everybody's giving you experiences these days.
And then Holzhauer came out and said he should not have invited Drake to the taping. Which, come on now. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
We need Drake to compete in something so we can see if the curse affects him also.
This guy, Jeopardy James, I'm so glad he lost. I'm a hater. I'm full-on hater of Jeopardy James Holzhauer. Because of the way, did you see his demeanor? Did you see the way he acted? I didn't care for it. Did you see this? Did you see how he acted towards Emma?
No.
It's very, I don't know, there was a, like, when he was up, she was up at the end of the regulation going into Final Jeopardy, and like he gave her like this like sort of clap like this, like, oh, nice job, little girl. Like kind of, it was very dismissive. I felt like it was just, it didn't feel right. And then after she ended up winning, he comes over and like tries to. This just was, I didn't. It was off-putting. His demeanor was off-putting.
You're out there.
You got to know. You got to know how to lose, man. You got to know.
Hey, listen, it's a mind game, Peter. In the moment you're competing, you're trying to do whatever you can to get the mental edge over your adversaries. And in Jeopardy, you got two adversaries.
But not when it's over. It was over. Then it was done.
Well, and we still have Final Jeopardy. He could wager all his money and come back.
No, I'm saying when he had lost, it was over. Then he still acted like that. It's not. No, this guy's just a sore loser. There's none of that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't need any part of that. I don't need any part of that. It's ridiculous. Don't care for it. And I'm glad he lost. He won $2.46 million, but he did not get to Ken Jennings. His record 2.52 during an epic 74-game winning streak in 2004. He did not get to Ken Jennings levels. And Holzhauer just, like I said, he's not Ken Jennings. That's all I can tell you.
No, he's not.
And it was bad luck for him because Betcher, she had the lead going into Final Jeopardy, and then the Final Jeopardy category was Shakespeare's time, and she did her graduate work or something like that in Shakespeare. So she's like a Shakespeare expert. So it was the worst possible category for James because she was pretty much guaranteed to get it right, which she did, and he had no chance if she got it right, unless she just made a real dumb bet, which she wasn't going to do. So there you go. He loses. Good for him to lose. Great job. And good for him to win all that money. But I'm glad he lost. And let's hope he keeps losing.
Just in life? Just he's sports better.
Yeah.
So just lose all the bets he makes from now on. Because he's a sore loser.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's right. 16, he got set the single game record with $131,127. So, I mean, listen, man, that's You can call me a hater if you want. It's only because I am a hater. I'm happy to hate.
I mean, when I was hating on him for using advanced analytics, you're like, no, don't do that. This is great. This is awesome. But he is upset after losing out on a chance at making history, and so he's a little bit sour. He doesn't have the type of sportsmanship that you want.
That's what I want.
And you're like, nope, can't rock with him no more. He's a bad sport. Never mind the fact that he's cheating the game and not playing by the integrity of the game and the spirit of the game of Jeopardy. Never mind he's not doing any of that. No, this is where you draw the line.
No, that's just silly, stupid.
Okay.
No.
Okay, whatever.
No. Okay, he's playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. But he didn't get the daily doubles. Normally he gets the daily doubles. He got almost all the daily doubles through this run of his, but he didn't get them yesterday. And that's key. That's why he's doing his little, thing running through. No. Didn't happen.
They switched it up on him.
No, they didn't switch it up on him. He found a competitor that could beat him to the buzzer, and that she played the game better than he did.
How much does the rust factor in for him? That being off for that week for Teachers Week, right? There was that week in between.
I'm pretty sure
they
taped them all like at the same time.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they didn't, and because that's not how TV works. They tape them that actual day. They don't tape all of the season in like a week. That's not how it works. So that week off, no,
it's
not. That is not how it works. They tape them each individually on one day. They don't tape game shows in a stretch of 2 weeks for the year. They don't do that. It's all
I'm not saying
day.
2 weeks for the year, but I am saying that they will happily tape them several times a day.
No, that's not how that. No, Alex Trebek can't handle that. The fatigue that sets in, man. He's got to bring that charisma every single day. Can't be bringing charisma like that multiple times a day.
What are you talking about? You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Like, literally not a clue.
I do have a clue. You have no clue. You are clueless, sir.
He tapes, let's see.
That week off hurt him.
Each tape day has 2 audiences. They tape 5 shows a day.
Where are you getting that from?
From Jeopardy. Jeopardy.com. Do you think that's a good site? I think it's a pretty good source.
It might be.
With pictures of Alex Trebek getting ready for each of these tapings.
I'll allow it.
One studio audience does 3 tapings. Another studio audience does 2. So they have 5 in a day. So yes, my man taped all this stuff relatively quickly. There was no rust factor. They don't tape it one day like yesterday and then they air it. No, that's not how this works.
Well, he was off for a day.
It's like Judge Judy tapes an entire season in a month.
Yeah, I know that about Judge and what's my boy's name?
Bert. No, Bird. With a D. But that's what I'm saying. Come on. Silliness. Yes, they tape all the stuff. They knock it out quick.
Nah. I have to see it to believe it.
Then you go to Jeopardy.com.
I have to be in the studio, not Jeopardy.com.
Oh, well, then you're just being silly. And that's fine. Yeah, if you want to be that way.
Thank you for your permission.
Yeah, I mean, you would need permission to be just flagrantly wrong when there's overwhelming evidence. This is like anti-vaccine stuff right here. Is what you're basically.
Why are we jumping?
That's
making that leap.
Because I've just showed you the evidence, all the evidence that you need.
Why are we escalating this?
Because I've shown you all the evidence. You said they tape 1 a day. I was like, nope. They tape 5, and you just said nope. In spite of overwhelming evidence that you are wrong.
If they tape 5 a day,
yes,
that means for 1 day, because it's 5 episodes in a week. For 1 day, he wasn't there. So that day rust really costs him.
I don't think they tape him in like chronological order. Is what I'm saying. They tape him all over the place. Like his run probably was. They probably taped that with him, but they probably had Teachers Week like in the can. They probably did that like some weird other taping. They didn't have to like tape these like in order specifically.
No, I think they taped them in order.
It's like WWF and stuff. They tape those wrestling matches all months in advance, and they tape them around. Come on.
Disagree
what do you think
about
the chickenpox vaccine?
Huh?
How do you feel about vaccines? Measles? Should we get them? What do you think?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying your logic here would indicate that you might not be so sure about that.
Vaccinate people.
I mean, don't listen to CJ on anything else except what he just said.
I flunked out of pharmacy school. I know what I'm talking about.
Now about Jeopardy, though. Let's take a break. We'll come back.
I'm licensed to give vaccines. I got to get it updated.
Even though you flunked out of pharmacy school?
Yeah, I passed that part.
You're licensed to give that. Where do you get the vaccines?
You got to be like in the pharmacy. So at like Walgreens, if they give you the little vial and give you the needle, I can stick you in the arm. Find the vein and everything.
I mean, all I got to do is find the vein, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and that's why I was able to pass.
I feel like Max could do that if he really needed to, you know.
Anybody could. That's, again, why I
got to find the vein. Right? It's like, here's one right there. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom.
That day in lab was awful because we had to team up with classmates and be the guinea pigs. And some of them didn't know what they were doing.
That's tricky. I would not want to get punctured repeatedly by you guys trying to find a vein. Not happening for me. That's why I think about nicer things like Lads. Our friend Lads bring you this hour of the program. You can go to ladsonline.com and build your own golf car or utility vehicle right now. You can build it. You can customize it. You can configure it. What do you want? What is it that you're looking for? So, like, I'm going down. We're going doing vacations here and there. I've seen folks. I mentioned that I saw when we were up at the Hill over at in St. Louis. I saw a couple folks with their club cars because it's a small neighborhood, and they were just driving around. They didn't want to get a car, and they wanted to just kind of drive around in the car, and they have all that stuff like right there. And so you can get, if you want to get the electric, you want to get gas, you want to get something that's updated with all the latest and greatest, no problem. You can do that, and you can start to build online right now over at Lads and ladsonline.com. Now, if you want to get something that has already been pre-owned, no problem there. Save yourself some money. That's fantastic. You can do that too. It's just a really nice thing to do. And of course, also, if you want to get your equipment for keeping your land taken care of, or if you've got big facilities and you've got facility maintenance that needs to be done, your four-wheelers are huge and very important for that. Lads can get you taken care of with utility stuff too. Turf, golf, utility, it's all there. Ladsonline.com. Up your life with Lads. Go check out Lads just off of I-40 at the Whitten Road exit. You're going to love the folks at Lads. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Just getting started here. Live and local. We are in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on